We've got Sound Patrick. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned the fuck on. We are now entering Aries, Leo, Sag today, but I'm always going to include a collective spread in the beginning, so everybody's welcome. But I'm also going to timestamp everything. If you're new here, I put the timestamps below. That way you guys can skip through whatever you like to skip through. If you don't want to listen to the whole reading. So you guys don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. That way you guys don't miss out, okay? So let's talk about it. You guys seen the title, Moon in Cancer, still rocking. Right now it's at a cool 12 degrees, all right? So I'm going to talk about how this is going to affect each individual sign that we're talking about today, which is Aries, Leo, or Sag. You can pertain this to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Whatever resonates, please don't make it fit, okay? But as far as the transits, literally, and also how to deal with this, because we have, when Mars is in Cancer too, with the moon in Cancer, and the sun is sitting in Taurus right now. Yeah, so that's a lot going on. That's why I want to bring it up this week. So I'm going to be continuing to do moon readings for you guys. That way you guys can know how to work with the energies, because sometimes you kind of just want to let people have it and not try to engage in any type of arguments or debates or I'm right, you're wrong kind of an energy. Just let them have it and let it go. Let God take care of it. Okay? So just so that you guys are aware, ooh, cat here. You guys, I am accepting personal readings. You can go to my website, vixenafterdark.com. Just FYI, everything's in the description box down below. I do have different types of spreads that I'm so excited to bring to the table for you guys. Let me just pull it up really quick here. But yeah, so of course you know that the moon right now is at home because the moon rules Cancer. So you're going to feel at home in a sense with your emotions, your feelings, and things of that nature. You're going to feel like it's a good thing, right? But then we also have Mars in Cancer, which can be the negative side to that because Mars is not at home in Cancer. It doesn't like being there. So that's the dark side of it. And then we have the light side right now with moon in Cancer. So we're going to feel like this, I just want to be in my own little bubble and be at home and do what I want to do. And my emotions are right. And then you have Mars in Cancer is going to show you the opposite of that. So just be aware of what emotions you're at. Be aware of acting out on your emotions, I should say. Like, try not to make any emotional decisions. You got to tread lightly with that, okay? Because everyone's going to be a little bit sensitive because we're desiring right now to feel comfortable. We're desiring the security right now. We are, we want to be nurtured at this time, okay? So that's why I said let people have it. Like, if you feel like you are dealing with someone that every response you have is like they have a comeback. They're right about something, or it's turning into like a trial. Like you're literally like they're the judge, you know what I'm saying, or the lawyer, and you're just sitting there on trial. Like, just they're gonna win. Just let them win, or let them think that they're winning. It's not the time to be arguing right now. So really be in tune with your feelings. Also, if you feel too, if someone is triggering you to where you get angry or mad or upset when something like that is happening, that's an opportunity for you to do some shadow work. But if there's something that doesn't bother you, you just don't want to engage in that type of energy, let it burn, honey, let it burn, okay? Because that's where the sun in Taurus comes in, where you can kind of ground, instead of operating out of your emotions. Now, I'm going to do a collective spread really quick, and then I'll do each sign individually just so that you're aware. But here's my website, guys. Go ahead and tap in, okay? I've got the bat signal, guidance for your next move, chocolate bar spread, which is super popular. It's all aspects of your life right now. Personal natal check-in, intuitive seed spread, challenges or damn, I just got stuck. See, that's what that part is. Challenges, or if you feel kind of stuck right now. love box and tarot astrology. Excuse me, guys. I just came from the dentist this morning, so I'm not out of it or anything. I'm just like switching gears, I should say. Yeah, I don't like no dentist, okay? So my mouth's a little wet too, so hey, if you catch me like spitting, that's just me. Yeah. Got a lot of saliva going on right now. Okay, so let me pull up the chart really quick. I just want to see something here. Yeah. All right, guys, let's do the collective spread really quick. I'm going to be utilizing just all oracles, okay? Check for yesterday too, but we're going to see about 12 degrees. So more in the 12-degree range, it's all about self, right? So you might be checking your own emotions. This might be tuning in with, you know, how you're feeling at the moment or how things make you feel. It's more in the I state still right now a little bit, okay? So just like I said, practice grounding your emotions, feeling your own feelings, but don't stay in a negative feeling for too long. Use it as a reflection or an area of learning, okay? Because, you know, that can cause like depression. Look what falls out. Temple of Past, as I say that. Victory, I like that. All right, so let's do for the collective here. What is the spread? And then I'll give a little bit more insight for specifically Aries, Leo, and Sag. Okay? And I'll do those individually. All right, what do we have for the collective? What's going on for today's energy, honey? And we have about 10 squares right now. When the sun is squaring up with Pluto, it's kind of like let people have it. Don't forget, we also have Chiron chilling in Aries too. So, like, that's why I said that the healing those wounds. If you feel triggered by anyone, that's an opportunity for you to do shadow work, or it's a learning opportunity to tell them that maybe they should work on a couple of things because they're projecting on you. Chiron squaring Mars. Okay, so we got a lot of squares there. Chiron's also squaring up with the moon right now too. Remember, squares are not that great. Okay, but there's a few sextiles in there where we can be able to play with the energy. It's not all bad. Like if you're doing well during this Mercury retrograde, it's a good sign for you that you've actually, whatever work you put in, blood, sweat, and tears prior to all of this, it's like it's giving you confirmations. You're being rewarded, praised, recognized for things that you're doing right now. So go a little bit harder. If you have nothing going on right now, that means, whatever you were putting your time and energy into was really, you were in La La Land living on Fantasy Island. And so now you really have nothing to really, it's like you got to play. It feels like you're playing catch up. You got some obstacles there, right? Just more challenges, more hurdles on your path to get to where you need to go, okay? So something is definitely going to be revealed, you guys, okay? We do have the goddess of the moon. Look at that. Next card comes out. I like this energy because 52 equals 7, which is our thoughts, things that we're finding out. So some of us are going to be like at the laptop, like on the phone researching or like trying to figure things out, realizing a few things. So if you look at the transits right now, we do have Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, okay? Saturn's only at 5 degrees and Neptune's at 26 degrees. So, this is where I was saying how someone could have been selling you pipe dreams and things of that nature. And now you can really look at it and it's revealed to you that, maybe I shouldn't have been dabbling into that because nothing's really coming out of it. Nothing is really helping me or assisting me right now. It's actually putting me at a detriment. So that's why the goddess of the moon could be here for all of us right now, because many of us are starting to see, you know what, I shouldn't have been engaging with this person or this group of people or this opportunity or, going so hard at this position in my job right now. And, it's like you're starting to realize where you shouldn't have been putting your time and energy into. And so a lot of those things are being revealed to you. Also, certain people, places, and things are being revealed to you. On how they're acting, okay? It's going to be very clear if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see and you're in tune with yourself. you'll start to see like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with this person. Maybe they just need to do a little bit more research themselves. Or maybe they didn't need to do some shadow work, or you know what? Maybe they're dealing with something on the inside. You know what I'm saying? That they need to go work out, and you know, no harm, no foul. Just kind of like remove yourself, right? Because that can have you all tied up. Now, some of us may be tied up in our emotions, or may be tied up within change. 23 equals 5, okay? Like I said, lots of changes are coming about. So some things might have you in a tizzy, like your emotions right now. So I'm not saying don't have any emotions, but it's a very emotional roller coaster. It's like everything, you know, it's okay to cry. It's okay to shed a little bit of tears. It's okay to, you know, whether it's happy tears, sad tears, whatever, you're just in a moment of like, you just want to feel, like tap into that divine feminine energy. Men and women, do it. I encourage you to feel it out and let it all out and let it go. You know, whether it's crying, it doesn't have to be physical, but you know, internally, you may be feeling something that's, you know, it's stuck in there, but you got to find a way to let it out. And I always talk about transmuting energy, right? But you have to be careful, because know the difference between transferring energy and transmuting energy. Now, transferring energy is when you're actually not dealing with something, whether you know you need to shift, change, shake, and jive, and you're denying all of that, you're not doing it, and that's the energy of sweeping under the rug, and then you go ahead and transfer your energy to somebody else, and that looks like projection, okay? Transmuting the energy is knowing what's tying you down, figuring out the root cause of it. Are you triggered, or did someone hurt you? Why did they hurt you? Why do you feel this way? Or why are you hurting yourself? Whatever the case may be, you're figuring it out. You're sitting in the fire. You're letting yourself sit in that emotion. Maybe, you know, you to be off, you know, offline for a day, or just not really engage with people for the day, you know, taking a mental break, and then boom, you come right back out, and then you're going to tap into that energy. You're feeling great again. You still feel a little trickle of that. And then boom, that's when you're transmuting the energy into something creative, something that you love to do. That's transmuting it, instead of like bringing on the next day and waking up with the same bullshit. Like, why did I wake up? When you actually should be grateful that you can breathe, and that the sun's shining, and that you feel good. You can walk, talk, speak, hear. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference between transferring and transmuting. So be aware of that. It's all about finding the balance of it all, right? Alchemizing the energy, okay? That's Libra energy as well. So 48 equals 12, which is 13. That way you can celebrate your wins, celebrate moving further, recognizing that, you know what? Whoo, I did such a good job with that. You know, normally I would have went off the handle and like, you know, they would have had it. I would have gave it to them, whether it was the words that you chose, physical, whatever, like, but you chose to go the other route. So that's like celebrating, you know what? I know when to utilize my shadow and ego, and I know when not to, you know, having a nice balance, because that's part of you. Where people don't know how to control that is like, you know, when they use vices and shit like that. That's why they always say like a drunk man never lies, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have to recognize that you have to find a balance between everything. Cat hair is just inevitable. It's very, very important, especially during this time right now, okay? Utilizing your intuition and your gut as well. So I love here, also with balance too, you see how this is an angel, and you see the moon, it's giving like new moon energy, and we literally just tapped into that, right? So I feel here definitely, and this is like, it's like crescent. Yeah, it's giving like crescent moon vibes, I feel like. I was looking at the moon to see where we're at, 12 degrees. So balancing everything out. And you also have the angel of love that came out right next to it, 48, and then 49 right next to it. I like that too. So it's all about focusing on your stability, your foundation. We got a lot of earth signs right now, okay? A lot of planets in earth signs, I should say. So it's really like illuminating, like, what is bringing on the stability, you know what I'm saying? Really focusing on our material needs right now, our responsibilities, are like really prioritizing that. So it's all about, this is the second time. This is like a purple moth. Ew. Have you ever seen a purple moth? I'm gonna look that up later. Anyways, it's all about finding a balance with that. So it's really illuminating right now. Like put love and hey, what's up, Scat Pack? Sorry. Put all of your love, your time and energy into the things that matter to you the most, because it's really being illuminated for you, especially for fire signs right now. Whatever's bringing on stability, instead of your desires, like maybe you desire to, I don't know, be with someone and take them on a vacation and go on a trip and be all lusty lovey, right? Instead of doing that, you're prioritizing, like, you know what, actually I'm going to spend that money on this. You know, like the roles are being switched up. So it's like a lot of us, you know, are definitely looking at that, like what's going to bring us a stability, what's going to bring on the material possessions, but also too, you know, what's going to make us feel secure, and who's going to do that, who are the people that are playing these roles right now, because you only want to go up from here. Like, you don't want to be sitting in a corner and not have nothing going on, because Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years, yeah, that's not gonna feel good, right? So it's all about us going towards those connections that make us feel grounded, that are nurturing, that also have something going on themselves. That way they're not, you know, they're not being, you know, what do I call it? Succubus and sucking up your energy dry, right? So doing everything out of love is very important, especially when it pertains to if you're trying to build a solid foundation for yourself and really like come up on the come up. Because you don't want to put any negative energy. You don't want to do anything just because you're frustrated, mad, or upset. You think anything's going to grow off of that? Nah, it's not. So make sure you're doing the opposite. Some of you guys are holding off on love too. This also came out yesterday. Some of you guys could be confused about a love situation, or you could be ending a love situation, or you know it's the end and you have to move on, and it can be very rough for you. 45 equals 9. So literally something is about to come to a close, whether this is you having to make a tough decision about you not wanting to love or support, whether this is a friend, a lover, a family member, whoever that is for you. You're really thinking about it. You're putting the pieces together, like, you know what, I can't really do this anymore. Like, I can't take it. Like, it's the end for you. Like, you gotta either literally let them know, or you gotta cut off your energy from them. You could have already been in the process of this, okay? But it's being illuminated even more so right now, because why? Moon in Cancer. So wanting to feel that security and comfort. If Cancer feels uncomfortable, yeah, they're gonna act like you never existed, period. For the time being, you never know, sometimes, you know, Cancer shadow sign might want to double back and play, but it's not going to be for good. So, you know, it's really all about that, cutting ties with everyone around you right now. Some of you guys may drift away just automatically. It might just happen. You could feel it. You can sense it. Like, we're not talking, you know, as much, you know, the texting, that's not happening as much, you know. Oh, maybe you stop going out to lunch with someone from your job, you know, maybe that's diminishing. A lot of things, you start to see them diminish. Let things happen. Don't try and interject it. Rejection is protection. So kind of let things bleed out the way they need to, and let them dry up too. just keep going. Just keep going forward. Because we do have here the thinking woman as well. Okay, like I said, so a man holding heart with a thinking woman. This woman, though, is very intellectual. Nothing is gender specific in these spreads, but let's call it divine feminine energy. So that's kind of what we're in, Moon in Cancer, right? Someone that's very wise, someone that has a lot of knowledge. Some of you guys want to actually talk to people that have substance to keep you grounded right now. You may want to have those intellectual types of conversations right now to keep you grounded, to let you know that you're not crazy. Like, you need confirmation to know, like, you know, I thought I was tripping for a minute, and the other person's like, nope, you're really not tripping, because I felt that too. Or, no, I totally understand you, I overstand you. So it's going to be that, that's what you're gravitating towards in the midst of, you know, when Mars is in Cancer, especially because people are acting out right now. Okay. I try and just really kind of steer clear of that. I have no, like, it's like you can see chaos going on around you and you kind of just remove, or you know when it's about to rumble. Like, you know, like you feel something's brewing. Like, it's kind of like the steam from the pot and you see the white, right? So the water's going to start evaporating any minute. It's like you're ejecting yourself right before that. That's a good deal when you notice that, okay? Because you have other shit to worry about. Cornucopia. Okay, like I said earlier, some of you guys are definitely reaping the rewards, even though we're in eclipse season, even though it's retrograde. Cornucopia, you've seen a 111, 11, 11, you know what I'm saying? Just really things are going good for you. You're the one that's getting all the confirmations right now to move further in your endeavors and what you have going on. Like, for example, if you started something a couple years ago, people thought you were crazy and weird and why are you doing that? And then now all of a sudden, guess what? You're making dollars and ducats and all that education and shit that you put your mind into and your time and energy into, it's all working out for you. And they're staring at you like, damn, I should have got involved, or damn, I should have did that. And so now for you, you're getting confirmations like, see, you set yourself up nice. Like for me, I'll give you an example of a visual. I always use myself because that's just the easiest thing to do based off of experience, right? So I was learning about crypto and Forex and binary and all that stuff, looking at charts and downloading every goddamn app in the world. And like, yeah, I stopped for a while. I was balling in that, and then I stopped for a while, right? And then now it's all coming back around. Digital, like Uranus and Taurus and Pluto and Aquarius. Digital everything, right? Digital currency. Fed, now all that stuff. So now it's like, oh, good thing I did do all that, because now I know how to move when this shit happens. I set myself up nice, right? That's why I'm trying to give you a visual of how this looks. So everything that people thought you were like, you know, you weren't, like they didn't believe you, or they just were talking down on you, they didn't support you within anything that you were tapping into then, now it's all giving you, like, you're getting random confirmations, okay? That's cornucopia. Now it's all coming into, it's all materializing right now for you. So recognize those little things that you were dabbling into that you were doing before. It should be working out grand for you. Now, if you were that person that was the unsupportive person, the non-believer, no action taker, you know, just do-do-do, and now you're kind of like scrambling. That's why I say that. You might be having to like see what people are into, see what I gotta do now, because you didn't really set yourself up. You kind of maybe you were just listening to maybe what the media was doing, you know, if that makes sense. We're gonna get some more guidance cards here, but so yeah, so for the most part, most of you guys are, you know, it's kind of like the I told you so. Like another example would be, you know, I'm a psychic medium. You know, we got tarot readers out here. We got, you know, other psychics too, channelers, all the things. It's like all the things that we were saying before, people called us crazy, and now guess what? We're living in it now. So it's kind of like confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you what it's looking like. Because this is what's happening. Pluto and Aquarius, that's Uranus and Taurus energy, right? So a lot of people are acting out on that Mars and Cancer and the emotional standpoint of it. So people are going to feel justified with the things that they feel right now. Some might be good, some might be bad. Meaning, like, depending on, are they in their lower octave or their higher octave, right? Let me get a little bit more here. What's for the collective? I should move my car. I really should move my car. I like literally rolled up and then I just parked all crazy. Anyways, so right now, yes. So it's all about embracing everything, right? So the world can look very dark around you. It can look very, how do I say this? The world can look, It's like, is everything doomsday? But then maybe you feel like you're a piece of light. You're a bright light. It's like you're optimistic. You have solutions. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. There's so many things that you have within your magic toolbox here, magician energy, right? It's like, oh, when you open it, it's like you have all these skill sets. You have everything, right? But is anybody really tapping into it? I feel like you're embracing this journey right now. Okay, you're a person that's like, you know what? I can figure this out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take each day as it comes. Because you're gonna be in more of a solution-based mindset. You're gonna be one of the leaders that's going to lead a pack of people because of what you know. Whatever you unprogram to reprogram for yourself, oh, it's strong for you right now. So you're going to be able to be a teacher, a master teacher, or you can just be a person that, you know, crafts something with your hands, or just some knowledge that you hold, something that you can do to where you'll be able to help the community move forward. It's like you're in your power, right? A lot of people who underestimated you during this journey, ooh-wee, I feel sorry for them. I just feel sorry for them. So now you're able to be a little bit more transparent. We have the purification card here. So now it's like if you were a person that was kind of shy, you didn't really want to tell anybody the things that you knew or things that you saw or things that you were learning in the background, because why? Nobody was believing you, supporting you, trusting in you, what you had going on. And now all of a sudden it's like, you're getting all these confirmations. Now it's like, you know what, this is me. You're being transparent. Maybe you're showing your face a little bit more. Maybe you're talking about whatever it is that you're tapping into a little bit more. Maybe it's like now you're being a little bit more creative. Now you can fully really be yourself. It's like mask off kind of an energy, the purest form that you can ever be in. This is how you are. People can take it or leave it kind of an energy. And I like that for you because a lot of people are looking for that more so than ever right now. So on this new journey that you're in, we have the dolphin kind of an energy here. I like that. It's like it's giving satisfaction. So now it's like wherever you're at right now, this is giving you a chance to clean out. Now you're seeing kind of what's working and what's growing. It's kind of like looking at your garden, noticing all the seeds that you planted. You see all the fruits and vegetables that did work, and then you see the ones that are rotten and that, you know, either got attacked by bugs or whatever. Like you see the weeds and shit. So it's like you can see that clear as day. So how does that look in, you know, 3D, like real life right now is you can spot the snakes, you can spot the people that, you know, that are just low-hanging fruit, that are rotten, that are people that are just like, you know, trying to use you for what you got. You know, you can really kind of see all of these things clear as day now. Even things for yourself, what you've been tapping into that's working and what's not working. It's just going to be smooth for you right now. So it's all about readjusting the fine little details, you know, remixing things, just reassuring yourself that you are the shit and that you can do this. Like you are magical. You have your own little superpowers. You got everything going on for you and it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So this allows you to tap into some new adventures, bringing your creativity to a new level, you know, broadening your horizon, seeing how far you can go. I feel like traveling and exploring different things is going to be like super key for all of us, right? Getting out there, experiencing the world, meeting new people. Birds are a thing too. I don't know if you guys this whole time have been hearing like a specific bird. It's so loud. I don't know the name of it, but I gotta figure it out. See, there it goes. It's the whole time. You can be getting signs and synchronicities and messages and things of that nature as well. But I feel like here it's kind of like, if you look at life as like you have really nothing to lose, well, not nothing to lose. Let me rephrase that. Because the person that feels like they ain't got nothing to lose, it hits different with the person that does have something to lose. If you just look at life, I would say no fear. That's what I'm going for. No fear. Like, how can you, like, what are your fears if you have any? We need to break all the fears. Just let it go. Okay? Because at this day and age, being transparent, being real, doing, you know, what's best for you is so important right now. We ain't got no time to be worrying about what anybody else got going on. This is not it. And really figuring out, what are you good at? Right now, if the dollar was to be shit, what do you have to offer? Okay? What are your powers? Makes you think, huh? Really makes you think. That's what that card's all about. Because with the what do you call it? The lightning, that's when like random things can happen. Change. 5555. Change can occur. Okay? Anything can happen at any given time. You don't know what the hell is gonna happen. You see what's been happening the last several years, right? But it's all about your magic in your life and what you can control. So are you prepping yourself for that? What are you good at? Embrace that, and you can become one of the leaders, right? Then you'll be the one traveling freely, having that sense of freedom, right? Having a nice balance with life, moving and operating out of love. See, we operate more out of love when we're not scared and when we're not fearful of anything, or you know what I'm saying? Really think about it. We're literally like, the world is so destructive over a piece of cotton, aka money, currency. Really think about that. Over a piece of cotton. So, let's pull out some chakra cards here. And then I'm going to go into individual signs. I'm excited for this new journey for all of us. Give me some more for the collective. Anything else? Anything else for the collective? Ooh. I like this that came out first, was having the compassion. Right? Like I said earlier, look at that, 49 and 49 again equals 13 equals 4. 444, your angels are always surrounding you, or you're being guided right now. If you really feel a strong sense of like, you know your purpose, or you know where you're headed, or you know that you got to do certain things that are really hard to do, you're being tested to see, do you really want something? Do you know your worth? Do you know your value? And move further, right? So doing everything out of love. I love this. Angel of love, and then also having the compassion. Compassion is having the empathy as well, right? So it's kind of like saying, you know what? I love you, but I'm not loving the life that you're trying to provide to me, so I have to let you go so that you can flee, because I don't want to be an enabler. I don't want to have to stop you from the lessons that you may need to learn. So I have to remove myself respectfully and go on with life. That's literally what that's saying. If you can do that with integrity, boom, you're on your way to ending a cycle and having more balance. 36 equals 9 once again. See, you can still hold your heart, right? You can still love somebody from a distance, okay? And going out with integrity, not having, not causing any more trauma, not trying to trigger them and upset them and create drama, just let them be and just go. And if you guys vibrate on the same frequency later on in life and you guys come together, then so be it. But right now you can't do that. And I'm not saying wait for anybody, but some people will always hold a little piece of our heart, right? But it's not like you're holding space. It's just that was, maybe that was something, a memory for you. It was a lesson that you learned. It was a badge you had to rip off. It was something that you had to check off the list to move further to remembering who we are, okay? So moving with integrity is going to be very, very important. Now, I said this before. When you're a person that you recognize what's being revealed to you and you know how to move accordingly, some people don't like that. And that's that ignorant type of an energy that could be around. You know, people don't like when you're all happy. People don't like when you know your worth and you set boundaries. It's like, oh, everybody starts to trickle. There goes that person, there goes that person, that person. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody starts to just, where'd everybody go? Well, you set boundaries. People don't like that. They can't walk all over you. They can't use you and abuse you. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't, you're not a person that's easy to fuck with in that sense. Like, you know, you catch my drift? So that continues to happen, and that's going to happen, but that allows you to have a new beginning. Literally, like in here, it's like let them be sheep and a deer in headlights. I don't know if you can see the animal in there, but let them be that. It's not your job to make them believe what you believe. It's not your job to really try and pull them up out of the rabbit hole that they're in. That's not your job. That's not your assignment to do that. You can, and like I said, you can still have integrity, compassion, be empathetic, but move along, right? Because we do want to operate out of love the best we can. That's why I said let people have it. Just let them have it. It's not worth the argument. It's not worth proving you're right, they're wrong. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to come together. Unity, right? So we're here to be of service. Okay, 25. So equals 7. We're here to be of service. So think of those ways on how you can be of service. I'm sorry, guys. I keep spitting. My mouth is literally like, the saliva is crazy today. How can you be of service? Like I said earlier, it's all about what gives you your power and what makes you a leader. And then embrace that shit. Okay? It's all about being of service. Now, I'm not saying you got to serve everybody up in this piece, but just knowing where you can categorize people that you meet, you know, knowing your place, knowing your path, knowing who you are. I love how he has the bow and arrow here too. It's kind of like the energy of, I can still doing everything out of love. I'm on a love frequency, but I'm also going to not let you mess with me. I know how to bust out the sword when need be. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that. Right? I want to be in the positive energy. I want to create. I want to move forward. Okay? I want to stay in that mindset. I want to be solution-based. 15 equals 6. Your own thoughts. What are you thinking? I want to be positive, like as much as I can. I know it's not always going to be that, but as much as you possibly can be positive, that's where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the energy. I don't want to have to pull out my sword. I don't want to have to protect myself all the time. I just want people to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be there for me and support me. Like, that's the energy we're all screaming. We don't want to always have to fucking have on our armor suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to be able to let go, right? And, like, you know, be around people that resonates with us, like-minded people. That way we can just see how far we can take our creative endeavors. What are we going to create now? What are we going to come up with? You know, what are the solutions that we have so that we can really, like, move forward in life is really the vibe. It goes deep. It gets deep. This is not the time to really be separating. If you're in an energy of, like, you're trying to feel like you're better than somebody or you know more than somebody, making them feel, you know, inferior towards you, that's not right. That doesn't feel good. But you do want to have teaching moments, but allow teaching moments to where people can actually absorb that energy from you and not feel like you are talking down on them, or putting us more in a divide. It's like, no, hey, I've learned this. I kind of want you to know it. You can take it or leave it. That's why I always say drop the seed. It's up to the other party if they want to water it and watch it grow. That's exactly what I mean by that when I say that. Don't force it. It's kind of like, you see what I'm putting down and what I'm in, are you picking it up? Right? That's up to the other party. So let me pull up, we're going to separate right now as far as individual energies. So we're going to talk about, let's do Aries. Aries is really calling out to me. So Aries at the moon in Cancer, you're going to definitely feel like you need a lot of emotional security right now, because Aries, you're typically not a person that shares your emotions or likes to be emotional with other people, but you may have a craving for that right now with the moon in Cancer right now, to feel a little bit more comforted. Especially if you grew up not having that, it might be hitting you when you're alone. Okay, you might not be telling nobody, but you feel it. And if you're a person that's not even tapped into your emotions right now, eek, that's not a good sign. If you just feel no emotions right now, that's more of like an imbalance of, you're more operating your divine masculine energy. And that's kind of a rough place to be, because you want to have a nice balance with that divine feminine energy as well too. So you might be a little bit more sensitive with your moods and your feelings. With Mars and Cancer, that's going to give you a boost of energy to really care about your own responsibilities and duties and obligations that you got going on right now. So as I said before, even though you might have, a couple of mood swings here and there with the sun being in Taurus, it's really all about, instead of going after what you desire right now, it's really going after, okay, your practical needs and what do you really need to be getting done right now at this time. Or else if you fall too hard into your desires, you're really going to get lost in the sauce. And a whole lot of fuckery in the dancery is going to start happening. But if you are focusing on your practical needs and things of that nature, then, and finding a nice balance with your emotions, it's going to be good for you, right? Yeah, so it's really highlighting your financial and material security right now for Aries. Yeah, because don't forget, we also have Chiron in Aries. This is an opportunity to really heal wounds. It's at 17 degrees right now. This would be a good time to do some shadow work. It's always good a time for healing, but this is a time to do like those deep wounds that like hit hard, that affect you in your adult years, that you haven't tapped into. This is kind of a good time to do that on your own time, you know what I'm saying? That way you can bring on even more blessings and material security, financial security for yourself. Okay. So let's see, what do we have? Any other messages for Aries? This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, guys, okay? I always say take what resonates and leave out the rest. Never try and make anything fit. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Ooh, that last one. Wanted to flip out. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. You guys. Okay, so we're just going to lay it out. There's a lot of energy that's crossing towards you. You have an option, Aries. Depending on how you're operating right now. It's like you're kind of in the middle. You're in the middle of, like, it's a real easy route for you. You can either really go hang a quick left or make a smooth right with your energy right now, Aries. You can go to temporary success, or you can go, you know what I'm saying? You can take the long route is what I'm seeing here. Because you're going through a transition. I feel like Aries, you should already know that you've made it. Like in some form or fashion. Whether you're a person that's just a father and all your kids are, grown up and they're in college and they're doing well and they're off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, acknowledge that shit. Like, you've done a great job. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are a person that's in business and you've been building a business and you have clientele and you have things going for you. Recognize you literally have accomplished a lot already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to celebrate those wins. Like, you're here. But if you don't see that and it's like you operate in your ego, in a moment of greed, going towards your desires, you can hook that left, oh God, and have setbacks. It can be temporary. Unfortunate things can happen, can occur for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 1,000 here. You can have a couple of hiccups. You can be just a little bit delayed. You know what I'm saying? Low-key destructive, because fire energy can be very destructive with your words. It can go out of control, like I said, or you can hook that smooth old right, you know what I'm saying? And really fight the battle and withdraw from your desires and go after your needs, right? And you can relax and you can, you know, it's kind of like you see negative energy, boom, you're gonna be like Neo, like dodging the bullets, like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna clash with anything. I feel like people are gonna then envy you. You're also recognizing too, you know, when people are not harmonizing with you and the energies, you might have to like revamp a couple of things. You might be looking at yourself like, do I need to up my prices, or do I need to just not do this anymore? It's like some of you guys are kind of looking at yourself, but then also I feel like some of you guys are just looking at who you're attracting. Okay, so reflection time for Aries. What are the types of people that you're attracting? Okay, whether this is for your personal life, love life, business, you know, whatever it is that you have going on. And that should give you an answer. And I feel like you notice that. Like you're noticing that. Okay. And that's a good way to start a new cycle, is when you're noticing, why am I attracting this kind of an energy? Now, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. You could be like, okay, boom, I'm attracting the clientele that I want. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, as far as your love life, okay, boom, yes, this is more my flavor, right? They got season it, you know, things are happening. Or you could be on the other side of that, where it's kind of like things aren't really happening that great. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really recognize who are the people that you're attracting. What are the energies that keep coming towards you? Now, here's the flip side to that. If you're an Aries that's an empath, you know, recognize that if you are of the light, some people come to you because they're gravitating towards that light energy because they're in the dark. But remember, there's always got to be a nice balance. It doesn't have to be bad all the time when someone's in the dark. Some of us can be in the dark sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about finding a balance. So you have to recognize these shifts. Recognize who you're attracting. Good and bad. You know, what is the majority of the energy that you're attracting? Really, because remember, everyone is a reflection of us that comes into our lives. So, but I feel like here, I feel like it's more of a past energy. You may have received bad news, or you may have had some blockages within creative energy. And I feel like that's more in the past. I feel like most of you Aries are getting out of that. But you keep getting reminded of it, or maybe somehow, some way, you just, it gets like, it's like a, not a trigger, but it's like, it's just, dink. It's kind of like, humble yourself, hold on. And then you're like, okay, like I just got out of that. You're like, I don't want to fall into that anymore. Right. Make sure you're getting lots of rest, and you are, hydrating yourself. We got a lot of solar flares right now, and being a fire sign, you can get fatigued quick. Hey, what's up, Jasmine? Thanks for tuning in. No, I'm kind of just getting started on the individual signs. I did just do the collective though. I'm on Aries right now. You're starting to see the people that aren't in unison with you. You're starting to see, you know, where there's no unity. Like you're starting to see that. And I feel like you're harvesting like lots of abundance and prosperity towards you, because you are on the road to success. You just want to maybe commit to yourself within one thing in your life, and just like You want to be so successful. You probably have been committing to something, but it's like now you really want to see the rewards of it all. Keep going. Don't give up. This is not the time to give up on yourself. This is the time to actually go full force with Mars and Cancer. You want to do the opposite of what's playing out right now. When a sign is not at home, do the opposite. Mars and Cancer can make you lazy, but don't do that. Go the opposite. Take initiative. Bring on the vitality. And I feel like some of you guys are already like that. It's like, you know what? I got shit to do. I gotta, I want to buy this house. I want to live here. I want to buy this land. I want my business to thrive. I don't even want to be on social media anymore if I have to. I really want to go off the grid one day, just live my life and be happy. Like, that's the energy I see right here. 4 wands, the sun. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys just want to have that material wealth, good health too. That way you can feel confident and content and still continue to create in a different way though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of behind the scenes kind of an energy, and be happy, right? So just stay focused, making your dreams a reality. It's good to stay in the mind of imagination, but also you want to bring it down here though and take action. And I feel like you have no problem with doing that. But there could be some things that you haven't tapped into yet. Ooh. Amazing. Some of you guys might be psychics, poetic artists, something with, I want to say something with something in the arts. There's something in the arts that you might want to tap into. Okay. Now, in the midst of all this, you're going to have lots of temptation. What kind of plane is dragonfly? In the midst of all this, you might be tempted to do things because you have 7 of Cups here. 7 of Cups means there could be some opportunities that may arise. Not all opportunities are good opportunities. There could be some people that come into your life, and not all people are going to be good for you. Notice when to recognize the snake in the grass. Super, super important, okay? Because like I said, there could be fantasies, there could be some type of delusion going on. Just really be careful of that. Recognize, I always say this, it's kind of like this energy. When you're sitting in a restaurant, can you guys recognize the bots versus people that have actual souls? It's kind of like, when you go into a place and you sit there and it's dead ass empty, and all of a sudden the room starts filling up and it gets packed. And then you start to see, like, I like to call them decoys. They're kind of like the extras in the movie. It's kind of like you start to recognize those things. So pay attention to that, right? Because there are going to be some people that you're going to try and make you fumble the ball, but you have to stay focused, but also to your desires. You know what I'm saying? Aries, sometimes you desire certain things. You have needs like everybody else, but don't fall too far to where your desires can actually have you fumbling the ball, okay? So some personal challenges I see, but nothing that you can't get over. So we're all being tested right now, so just really recognize that as well, okay? Some dates for you, Aries, I feel here, let's see, June, July is looking really good. Like summertime is looking like a vibe. Summer is really look like a vibe for you here. I feel it's going to be a yummy summer for you guys. So mark that on your calendar. I don't know if you guys are traveling, if you have plans, or if you're going to be tapping into something. I feel like you're going to be, you're going to be very disciplined with things that you've been doing, and it's going to be working out for you. It's like I don't know if it could be a little bit of love because you do have some Venus energy there, but I feel like it's more of like your endeavors as far as like your ideas, materialistic possessions, your ideas, things of that nature that are coming to the forefront. I feel like you're definitely going to see those gains come through for you. Let me move on because I just seen a whole lot of things. Yeah, June, July. It's going to be a nice start to a summer here for you. it's like you're going to start to literally see things materialize, things that you want. That's a good thing, right? And that's literally right around the corner. And time is happening so fast, so you never know what's going to happen. Moving along, let's go ahead and do Leo energy. Leo. Deja vu. I don't know why we're having deja vu. Leos. So let's pull it up. Leo. What did I write for Leo? Leo. With the moon in Cancer, I think all of us is going to feel a little bit of needing, you want emotional support. There could have been some things in the background that you may have left out that you haven't dealt with, and they're kind of coming to the forefront. But it's like, I feel like you're not going to be able to tell anybody exactly what it is that you're going through or you went through in order to receive the support. You just want the support. Like, you just want to feel good. Like, get me out of this energy. But you can't. It's like you don't want to voice or talk about it. You just want to feel good. You don't want to, like, it's like, because if you talk about it, you feel like you're reliving something that you don't really want to relive. So, I feel like it's just more reflecting. You're more in a reflective kind of an energy. You're pretty much probably looking at the things that you don't want to dabble into anymore, things that you do want to dabble into right now at this time. And I just feel like just transmute the energy, because you're really good about that, Leo. As a bee comes again. Any hobbies that you have, if you're a business owner, this is a grand time for you to transmute the energy and put it into your creative endeavors. Straight up, because you're gonna have a surge of energy with that Mars in Cancer to really tap into that. But be careful, because Leos, if you guys aren't getting that support and that love and that emotional satisfaction, you might be prone to being in the pick me kind of an energy, but in a negative way. You might kind of start like, I'm here, hello, but then it's like because you're doubting yourself, and you might get insecure. So try and find ways to love on yourself. Try and find outlets for yourself, especially if you're a person that is not getting, the kind of love that you desire right now at this time. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. And the sun in Taurus too. You're going to be able to recognize your partnerships, your relationships at this time as well. And just focus on building, those stable connections for yourself. All right. It's all about the long-term connections right now, guys. Okay. Give me energy for Leo right now. Oh, hold on. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. One second. Ooh, I like what I see over here. That fell on the floor. That was a nice card. Leo. Okay, Leo. I feel like you have been accepting the transition. You have been accepting the change. You've ended a lot of karmic cycles for yourself, so congratulations. I feel like you're getting through it, but I do feel here, it's kind of like, I just feel like an energy of like less pain. It's more calm, like you're getting into a more calming energy where you're able to really reduce the anxiety, reduce the stress, and kind of just move forward. It feels a little bit lighter than it did a couple weeks ago. I'm just, what I'm saying? But with the moon in Cancer, like I said, you may revisit some situations that could have been emotionally exhausting for you, things that you went through in the past. You know, a couple little mood swings here and there, but not nothing that's crazy. I feel like you might have felt withdrawn or had creative blocks beforehand, but now you're actually coming into a better energy here. It's like you have justice coming in for you, okay? There was some deceit. There could have been some secrets. There could have been some lies. There could have been some people that were just like side-eyeing you, either not trusting in you or believing in you or supporting you, or they just think you was getting into something that you shouldn't have been getting into when they didn't even know the whole story, kind of an energy. All that sideways stuff. Or it could have just been you just not tapping into your full potential and you recognizing it. And you're like, man, I don't want to work for this place anymore. I want to build my own shit. Like, I don't know why I could just see that. Or if you are in your own shit, it's kind of like, let me go harder for myself. Let me go harder for my kids. Let me just go a little bit harder because I know that I can. If you are, CEO, big energy, and you have your own business. So some of you guys have been like kind of really tapping into that because you felt low-key a little bit disconnected, but that put that fire under your ass to keep going forward, which is good. So you moved away from the delusions, okay? You could have been disappointed in some form or fashion as well. Maybe certain things didn't happen as expected as far as like maybe your finances and your money situation. So maybe this caused you to get another job. Or maybe this caused you to work a couple more hours. Or maybe this caused you to get a loan and then put that towards your business or something like that. There could have been something that happened. But like I said, now you've come to a nice balance. You've seen the truth of a situation, whether this is business partners or whether it was a boss, whether it was something legally that was going on, or maybe even health-wise that could have happened to you. You allowed yourself not to jump to conclusions. I feel like here, it's like, you know what? Let me tap into myself. Let me get back centered again. Let me figure this out. Because Leo, y'all really good about that. This could have been, like I said, something about health or illness or someone around you, okay? It could have made it a little bit difficult. This looks like, let's say you were fine, but like someone around you had to pay for, I don't know, put gas in the car to go drive them to all their doctor's appointments, and then you had to foot the bill, and then you had to you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really take care of somebody else. It could have been a hardship for you, or maybe on yourself. So leading into now, it's kind of like you went through all that pain and then people backstabbed you, and then it's like people probably weren't there for you. So now it's like, okay, one man band, I'm gonna do this on my own. And you weren't playing victim. It's like, I'm gonna get up 10 toes down, put my crown back on, and do what the fuck I gotta do, because I have places I want to go. I have people I want to see. I have adventures. Like, I really want to be lit. I want to be happy. I just want to be on this journey. Some people aren't going to get it, and some people are for you, Leo. And I feel like you were seeing that. So you could have been putting a lot on your table. Now it's like, okay, I'm going to get busy. I'm going to get cracking. That looks like that's what that 10 of Wands energy. I'm going to do so much. That way I can travel. That way I can, do whatever it is I need to do. You probably exhausted yourself too. Added on extra duties, responsibilities, and obligations that probably weren't even yours. But I feel like it was a temporary thing, or it is temporary right now. It's nearing to the end. You have lots of 10s on the board, so new beginnings are on the horizon. All that blood, sweat, and tears, you got through it. Whew. Okay, so now it's time to get a little selfish. Now it's like, you know what? They didn't care about me, so I'm gonna go do me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me be around those people that actually have something going on and they're on a positive movement, because I want to go there. I want to be there. Like, I've changed. I have a new identity. Like, this is a new version of me. So what does that entail? You can't maybe hang out with the same people you used to hang out with. You can't go to the same familiar spots that you used to. It's always good to be humble and come back sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just time for new places and new faces, kind of an energy. Now, this could be unfair to other people that might see you as like, oh, you don't even care. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, sometimes you got to get selfish because you put other people ahead of you. But where did that get you? Like, what did that leave you with, right? So it's all about prosperity. Ace of Cups here. Fill your own goddamn cup until it overflows. This is the beginning of prosperity, abundance, new beginnings for yourself. Let me see the dates here. good health. Some of you guys are even tapping into like your higher self even more, really listening to your inner guidance system to tell you where to go and what to do and how to move, check, and jive. You know what I'm saying? You're really listening to that. This is like a creative spark for you of positive energy. I feel like it could have been a rough road to maybe leave those people that, you know, even though you love them, sometimes you gotta let them go. So I was saying earlier, like, sometimes you gotta do it in order to move on, you know? Even cleaning out like old pics, videos, items in your room or your house, like really just getting rid of that energy and allowing in for the new. That's kind of what springtime is all about. You know what I'm saying? So recognizing that. Let me get a date for you here. Let's see what we have going on. Ooh. I'm getting like June. Major events coming up for you. This could be travel. I'm not even gonna say anything. Something with communication coming through, or being told something, or you having communication, or something being revealed to you. June. It could start in June. I think it's something with June. So mark that. Okay, let's go. Last but not least, we do have Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, where are you at, Sag? So you're gonna feel the need to probably, with the Moon in Cancer, to get a little bit more grounded with your emotions. Okay, you're gonna feel it like everyone else, but Sag, because you like to be like, you know, a free, adventurous kind of an energy. Some Sagittarius don't really like to sit in a box and sit in their emotions and the boo-hoo and all the things. Like, Sagittarius are the type that'll just like laugh when something serious is going down. Like, you know those people that like something bad's happening or like something not great, and they'll be like, and like they'll just laugh. Like, that's that uncomfortable, like, but that's comforting for them. Because they don't really like to deal with that kind of stuff. But I feel like with this energy going on right now, your inner guidance system, your intuition is going to kick in a little bit more, Sag, to where it's going to be like an internal thing. You're going to be like having like intrinsic thoughts that will allow you to do the cleansing with your higher self and to get through certain things. So you may look like a person that's daydreaming a lot right now of where you want to be and where you want to go. Like taking your mind. I'm getting like visual meditations too. But with Mars in Cancer, it's going to allow you to really focus on your professional goals or career goals right now as well. Kind of like buckle down on that, which is a good thing. But if you're a Sag that has a boss right now, you don't really like the authoritative type of figures that are in your life telling you what to do. So Sagittarius might have a little bit of hard time at their jobs right now. Like, you guys are probably even more so than ever trying to really conjure up some kind of way to get up out of that so you can be your own CEO and own your own business. So you're going to be focused on that. Don't get passive aggressive and be like, okay, all right. Knowing damn well you have goals and you have a mission and the whole nine, right? With the Sun in Taurus is for Sagittarius, make sure you're taking care of your health. That way you can go out and travel and be on the adventures and go crazy and all that stuff. Make sure your health is good so that you could probably be paying attention to what you're putting in your body as far as like having healthy habits right now. Making sure you have like healthy routines for yourself as well. Okay. Let me see. Okay, give me a message for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. sideways. Yeah, you guys are we not wanting to accept changes going on right now? This was okay. You're crossing some energies right now. I feel like you're trying to pass up your emotions, and I literally just said this. You're gonna not want to feel like you have to reflect, so you're gonna be forced to check your emotions right now. Okay. Get the message. That way you can feel a little bit more fulfilled. Like I said, some of you guys could be, reflecting on even bad memories, childhood memories. I know it's not easy. I know it's not a simple thing. Who said this was easy? But going through, I like to call it negative nostalgia, kind of helps us heal those inner childhood traumas that we've been through in our past. That way we can go ahead and move forward and open up new doors, because as an adult, you don't want to be projecting old shit. It's like bringing new baggage to the scene. It's kind of like, let's say, you're 40 years old and you're like, you have like a 22-year-old, whether they're your own kid or not, and they're trying to tell you some things about life right now, and you're not listening just because of their age. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you an example. So that's like yielding or stopping somebody from trying to help you out. That could be more operating in your ego, your self-centered, like your pride and all that stuff. So you don't want to be in that energy, right? So remove the bondage, remove the chain, break the chains off from whatever could have been holding you back. Release it. It's really time during Mercury retrograde. We also have Mercury in Taurus right now at this time too. So you can have, if you need to have a conversation, you can have a little bit more of a grounded conversation with someone. But be careful, because Mars is in Cancer and the Moon is in Cancer. So, write down your, if you're really emotional about something, write it down first. I always say write it down first, reread it to yourself, and then maybe talk to that person, because you can get defeated just a little bit. Okay? Now, like I said, deal with your emotions, nurture yourself. You're going to be in a little bit more of a loving energy too. You're going to be able to see a different perspective from other people and where they're coming from. Okay? Get creative. Transmute the energy. Be a little bit more clever. Utilize that wisdom, Sag. I know you're smart. Like, you literally, like, you're the best person to have philosophical debates with. Like, just straight up. Very outspoken with your communication. You have lots of energy. It's like you keep the fire going. Okay? Right when something's about to burn out, you keep it lit. I like to say that. You're like a whole lituation. So you do have 10 of Pentacles here. Love it. Lots of success for you. Material success for you. I love it. Let me see what's next to you right now. Yeah, I see that. Because we do have... I was looking to see what's before. Yeah, ooh, we have Pluto about to go. Oh, Pluto's about to go retrograde in Capricorn, right next to your sign. Anywho, so yeah, I see lots of financial security for you. Also to just lots of achievements. It's like you are good, your family's well off. It's like now it's time for you to really like, where's an area of your life where next you want to try and thrive in? I really feel like the world is literally like in your hands. If you've been a person that has, planted the good crops and seeds and things of that nature, and now you're just really like living life and loving it, because you have the Lovers, High Priestess, in the World. Boom! It's literally like the world is your oyster. Are you looking for a love life? Can you add on another energy right now to your plate, and like you're like, you know what? I think I'm ready. I'm ready for someone else. I want to have more kids, or you just want to have another companion in your life. You know what I'm saying? You could be really thinking of that. Or this could be you really seeing the duality within everything and having it. Oh, shit, this guy's a fuck out of me. I think I should close the door. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. I don't know what it is with me in the relationship with bees. That's a whole nother conversation, but big ass bees be around me, dude. I can't do it. I can't. Spirit said, come in another way, please. Anyways, what I was saying, yeah, so the world is kind of like your oyster. So what do you want to tap into? Do you want to tap more into your inner self and become like this spiritual leader or motivator, or, you know, help other people get to the statue of where you're at, tell them what worked for you, come up with courses and, you know, have Zoom rooms and Facebook groups and Discords and whatever? Or do you just want to be in the lifestyle where you just kind of want to have fun and disconnect from the world and just travel and find that companion and, you know, just fall in love and just really just travel the world and try new foods? I feel like things are going grand for you, Sag, pretty much. If you haven't experienced, if you're not experiencing that and you're in like the lower octave of Sag, I just really feel like I said, it's just opportunity for you to do a little bit more shadow work. Maybe there's some doors that you need to close, some badges that you need to rip off, some things that you need to forgive your inner child for, some people and places and things that you need to detach from, you know, before you maybe start to be in that energy of where you can decide to feel like that. But for the most part, hey, I feel like it's a grand energy. Yeah. Lots of 8s. I feel like you're pretty much, in the most part, you have really good thoughts coming in here. Some dates to look forward to is December. December is looking real juice balls. Okay. I feel like with everything that you've been working on, like previously, like as I'm talking right now, whatever you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, or whatever you're putting your energy into, come December, something grand is going to be, you're going to recognize something here. It's like you're either going to break loose from something, or it's going to be like the cornucopia of it all. Like it's going to be that like, oh, what kind of energy am I getting? It's not here. 9 of Pentacles. It's kind of like that single energy of, you know what? I look good, feel good, I have everything around me that I want right now. What do I want to do next? That's the vibe that I'm getting. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to prolong this video any longer than it needs to be. So that is your spread. I think I did all the signs, right? Yeah. That is your spread. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tap and turn on. I'm your host, Tisha Fo. If you guys haven't already joined the fan, please make sure you go ahead and smash the subscribe and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one.